Hey guys, Max Convexity. Hope everyone's having a great day. Let's check out these Defiance funds. Man, they had a freaking hell of a bounce back. Did anyone see that? I mean, my gosh. Um, this chart's incredible. They just all came roaring back. I was looking at Bitcoin. It's up a little bit, but look at the 24-hour chart of the NASDAQ or NASDAQ futures. This morning's looking right now like this morning was a big freaking fake out, bear trap, trying to get people bared up, and then it ran back the other way. They got a little follow through yesterday morning on the bear action, but it's looking like they want to run this thing the other way now. All right, well, let's look at the cash markets because they trade futures on the cash markets, not the futures market. But since the futures are open 24 hours a day or 23 hours a day, 5 days a week, a lot of people think futures are the tail that wags the dog. And I would agree with those lots of people. So that's why I always talk about it. All right. But anyway, cash, they opened down here under the profit box in the second bar. So the first bar is 8:30 to 9. The second bar is 9 to 9:30 my time. So that's 10 to 10:30 New York time. All right. The second bar started underneath the profit box and went all the way through it. It was it was like a 120 handle bar on the NASDAQ. That was just a ripper Dindal ripper. So we're at 100% right now on triple QY, obviously, right? Okay. Same story on all of them. That second time period. I got cable again because I'm a big Astros fan, and you have to have cable to watch baseball and to watch sports. Anyway, but I canceled in the winter because after football's over, I don't care anything. So I canceled for a few months. I got it again. But I didn't have CNBC on this morning. But lately I haven't been watching. I just don't watch CNBC that much. And CNBC really doesn't tell you that much anyway. But in any event, lots of times there's something basic that I miss. Like today, something may have happened. Maybe there was a number that came out right at that time, or maybe one of the Fed governors was on the wire and said something hawkish, and maybe Powell said something. Anyway, so I don't have CNBC blaring all day. I don't know what the mainstream narrative is, but I think the mainstream narrative is wrong as often as it is right. All right, so Russell, this is IWMY, but I'll try to start playing CNBC in the morning, so I at least know what's going on. I just didn't turn it on this morning. All right. My Astros don't look so good. Not so far. I mean, we're only, 3 games in the season. Same story here. Shot all the way through the profit box, which is like 12 handles, 12 points wide, whatever you want to say. And we had follow through. And even when we pulled back, now we're running the other way from the pullback. That pullback looks like a fake out. But anyway, this morning's action, or yesterday's action right now, we'll see how it ends up. But yesterday's action is looking like a bear trap. All right, so that is good. 3 for 3 profitable. We'll look at old TLT. I haven't updated the Valley of Death in a while. It could be a lot further from there. I'll update the Valley of Death by the next broadcast. But suffice it to say, this one's just kind of doing its thing. Oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me, right? TLSA. Okay. Here we have old Mr. Tesla, which is Tesla, actually. I mean, it's just Looks like the covered calls, the short calls are going to be at max profit this week is pretty much the only good thing you can say. The other thing you can say is this week has potential. The other good thing, we're at Wednesday and we're on the highs now. If we close on the highs, then have a bullish day tomorrow on Friday and maybe get up here and catch a big portion of the max profit. Ideally, we want Tesla to be at 184 by Friday. I know, fat chance. But anyway, if we can rally for a couple of days, the closer we are, the better it is. The better it is for us. We're going to make max profit on the sold calls, no matter what it looks like, because the market sold off so hard, unless we rally above 185 by Friday. But at this point, it's just about damage control. The closer we can get to 185, the better it's going to be. So we shall see. This one's just been this one's been a tough luck stock lately. Really, all of them this week have been kind of. So here's Coinbase, and their ladders aren't in any danger. You could see if this last little trend of the past day and a half continued, we'd be right around max profit by Friday, which is right where they want to be for this strike. They've sold a bunch up here too. In any event, that also gives them room. If they blow through this strike, it's not the end of the world because they have another strike up here. They can go for profit for max profit. It's nice. I mean, that's the right direction. Let's see if we can get some follow through for a couple of days. And this one might be just fine by the time, because this one can move so fast. If it finishes up in here, it might be close to ideal. We just need to see if we can keep this momentum going or if this is just a one-day deal. We'll check out NVIDIA. Straight sideways, it looks like, pretty much. Plenty of potential for growth. They did a good job placing the ladders out here where it had enough room to grow. This week right here, they only used one strike, I think, unless I have this drawn wrong, but I'm pretty sure. And it was kind of close, and everyone said it was too close. It didn't end up mattering. They should have put it right. They should have sold it at the money. If you knew what was going to happen and the market's going to go down, you want to sell it for as much as you can. You don't care about any upside. So, but then this week down here, they left a lot of room for upside. They did the same thing this week right here. So anyway, these guys, they're doing a good job. The market's just not cooperating that much right now. The past 2 days anyway, but these funds are some of the best funds out there. I couldn't believe how much Coney paid. That was awesome. Well, all of them, they all paid high. I made estimates. My estimates were way low on all of them. And then I was way high on Misty. Anyway, that's fine. Let's see, what else do we need to check out here? Let's see, Tesla, Coney, oh yeah, Misty. The last one of the four. Come on, profit box. There we go. Okay. This is a similar story to the NVIDIA. This one turned around or Coinbase, I think. This one turned around. There was a trap on this side of the Bollinger Bands, went to this side of the Bollinger Bands, and is hopefully getting some momentum. You put 2 days on this might be right at max profit. So these guys might be in really good shape with their covered calls. In any event, they have plenty of room for the stock to appreciate before they're capped. So this one's looking fine. This one's looking fine. Okay. Buffer report. Let's check it out real quick. single day. So let's see. So the NASDAQ is up 0.5%. They're all looking good. JEPQ is up almost 0.5% also. Triple QY is catching 80% of the upside, which is respectable. IQQQ is also up about the same. They're all up about the same. Triple QI is up the same as triple QY is. There's just so many of them now. IWMY stands out actually on this thing. ULTY and IWMY are the best looking at this point in the day. IWMY is actually outperforming its benchmark by a basis point. ULTY is up big, but they have so many crazy stocks. They're up big half the time and down big half the time. YMAG is outperforming the NASDAQ. That's not really YMAG's benchmark. I just use it just because it's easy. YMAX, I use the same benchmark. That's not really YMAX's benchmark either. We could make a YMAX benchmark. Maybe I need to do that. In any event, but the NASDAQ's easy to use and just consistent because we measure everything against the NASDAQ if they're NASDAQ stocks, or against the spiders or the SPY if they're S&P. Okay, speaking of stocks, here is, look at this, Tesla looking good. Coney looking good. I mean, everything's looking good. OARC outperforming a little bit. Misty catching like, they're all catching a lot of the upside because their strikes are so far away. So that's reflected in the upside that the market's pricing into the stock because the people that trade the market have the same spreadsheets and they see the same thing that we're looking at. So, and that's just the authorized participants and the market makers that keep the prices in line with reality. That AMD's catching hella upside. There's really none that stands out as being bad. All right, here's the weekly prices on the single names. So on this one, Misty stands out as being good. Maybe Maxi stands out a little bit as being bad on this one. Maybe. This one, I mean, I checked this because I was like, there's no way this is right. And this is right. Because if you put the dividend back into the price, they just went ex-dividend yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Maybe the day before, maybe Monday, but you put that back into the price, then and then their stock price is really up where the NASDAQ is flat. So that's, great performance. Same thing with ULTY. Or same thing. They also had a really good performance in the weekly. All right, guys. I'll be back probably about 4 o'clock, maybe 4:30.